Hello guys, Henry here, and this is my first video in almost 3 years. So those guys will remember me. I used to upload videos of NHL 17. It was like simulation of World Championship, and I did a qualification. I had 2 vacant spots, so we played the worst team, and they competed against each other, and the first 2 teams made it to the World Championship. And back in the day I announced that I will be recording the entire World Championship, but I've never uploaded, even though I did record every single game. But then I deleted all those video files because I was so lazy to transfer the file from PS4 to computer and then upload it because I have very slow internet. Though I have written down every single result of every game. So right now I think I owe you what the championship looked like, because actually those games, those videos attracted some amount of viewers, and that's why I decided to give you the results of the tournament. So obviously we start with the qualification and the videos that are still available online. The rule was that I will always play for the team with higher overall, no matter what. I did this because I didn't want to pick up, let's say, Denmark and beat Canada. I didn't want finals to be like Germany against Latvia, so that's why I always pick the better team. And my favorites to make it to the World Cup, World Championship, were Kazakhstan and Austria, but as you can see from the results, I didn't make it with Austria. There was Italy, Kazakhstan that made the World Championship, Ukraine, then Austria, Japan, and Poland, and that was pretty much kind of surprising because I lost like 4 or 5 games in that group. So it wasn't like that I'm gonna roll over the every possible team, that I will win every game that I will play. So after the lucky winners were determined, I decided to put teams to each pot, and in pot 1 I put Canada, Russia, Sweden and USA. Pot 2 was Czech Republic, Finland, Slovakia, Switzerland. Pot 3 was Belarus, Denmark, Germany and Norway, and pot 4 was France, Italy, Latvia and Kazakhstan. So I filled the last remaining pot with the two teams that got promoted from the qualification round. So I set those pot, and because I decided to play the old World Championship format, not the new one with 2 groups and 8 teams each, I decided to go with old school. So I had 4 groups, therefore 4 pots. So the group 1 was Canada, Finland, Germany, France, which had the championship continued the same format, Germany and France would never meet at the 2017 World Championship because both were the hosts. However, Group B was Sweden, Czech Republic, Denmark, Latvia. Group C, Russia, Slovakia, Belarus, Italy, and Group D was USA, Switzerland, Norway, and Kazakhstan. So I randomly picked which team to which group, so that was a normal draw, very random. And those are the results of Group A. So Canada won against Germany 5-2. Then I beat France twice, both with Canada and Finland. Actually, the game Finland against Germany, that was the first intense one because I was down 1-0. I played for Finns, obviously, and I was able to come back in that game late in the third period, so that was quite a huge comeback. And the very next game, that was first place in group match. It was between Canada and Finland. I think it was like 3-1 after first 10 minutes. It was very high paced, and then the game got slower, very boring, but I won with Canada 3-2 and Germany beat France. So the rule is, as you can see in comma, in parentheses, that there is 6, for example, for Canada. That's how many points the team got in games with teams placed in top 3. So it doesn't count the game against the last team in group, because the last team is just eliminated and the first 3 are continuing to group E or F respectively. So as you can see, Canada beat both Finland and Germany, therefore they got 6 points. Finland beat Germany, so they got 3 points, and because Germany beat only France, but they are eliminated, they have none points for the next round. That was Group A. Hopefully you understand my explanation. I think there is plenty of you guys who remember the old system. And there is Group B. That was actually kinda exciting. Czechs were heavy favorites in the first games. As you can see, I shut my both Denmark and Latvia down. However, there was a first upset. Latvia beat Sweden. Obviously, I played for Sweden and I lost. And notice the game Sweden against Czech Republic, because I again take up with Swedes, and I was down 4-2, like 5 minutes left in third period, but I was able to tie that game and go to shutout, where we eventually won. So remember these Czech loses, because they kind of became chokers in this game, and had they not lost so many games late in the third period, they would actually make the semifinals. But because of these collapses, you will see. But pay attention to Czech games. I will explain everything. And of course, then was Denmark against Latvia, and because Denmark beat Latvia, they moved up to the third place because they beat Latvia. So Latvia had beaten Sweden, but it was all for nothing. Denmark moved up and they moved down. So Czech Republic, even though they placed first, they got less points to the other group than Sweden, because Sweden lost only to Latvia, which placed last. So that's kind of paradox. But moving to the group 3, Russia, Belarus, Slovakia and Italy. The first game, almost another upset, because I played for Russia and I was down 3-0 after first 10 minutes in third period. They were just great, Belarusians. And after 2 periods, I was still down by 2 goals. I managed to tie the game up and to go to overtime. And there I eventually won the game. And that was the only very intense game in Group C, because the other game, as you can see, they weren't even excluding the Russia against Slovakia. That was 4-2, but this was a group that we already know the results since the day one. And in Group D, United States, Norway, Switzerland, Kazakhstan. United States first. I think the American teams were doing best, and Switzerland, Norway, it was kind of very tight race and very fierce competition, with a better outcome for the German-speaking country. So we are moving to the Group E, which is consisted from teams that placed in top 3 in groups A and B. So the teams that, for example, the teams from Group A that already had played against each other just play the teams from Group B, and at the end of those another games, their amount of points is summarized. It's amassed, and the best 4 teams are going to the quarterfinals. So as you can see, Canada beat Denmark 5-1. Sweden, that was actually a pretty good game. I didn't expect to score 6 goals in the first period against Sweden. And there is another game of Czechs. They beat us Germany 6-5 in overtime, but like 1 minute before the end of the game, I was up 5-3 and I blew it. Of course, that was unintentionally. Every game I played, I tried for 100%, but they scored twice in last minute. And I scored that 6th goal in overtime, that golden goal, like 5 seconds in overtime. It was actually scored by Marek Zidlicki, who I think notched a hat-trick that game. And the very next game, Czech Republic against Finland, Czech Republic was up 4-2 after 2 periods. And they blew it. I played for Finland that game, so that was another comeback completed against Czechs, but it was another such a disappointing lose. And Canada beat Sweden for first place in this group. Germany beat Denmark, Sweden beat Germany, Finland beat Denmark, and Canada clinched their first place by winning 5-2 against poor Czechs. So the Czechs got 7 points. Had they not blown up every single game, they would rank like second with 15 points. And that's the difference. That's a huge difference, and we are moving to the Group F. I can tell you that you already probably noticed the huge games. United States beat Belarus 10-2. Russians suffocated Switzerland 11-2. But I played for Switzerland against Belarus. That was game that if Switzerland won, they would make it to the quarterfinals. And honestly, I was up after like 2 periods 3-0, and I blew it in third period. So the poor Switzerland was eliminated, and Norway luckily made it to the next round. And in the first quarterfinal game, I played obviously for Canada. After first period, I was up 4-0. I thought this game is gonna be very easy. Maybe that was the reason why I didn't put much effort in the next 2 periods, and that's why Norway actually won them. But it was already too late, as Canada proceeded to the semifinals after winning 4-2. Russia against Finland, that was a good game. After first period, I was so confident that Finland actually almost tied the game. It was 4-3, but I was again very, very terse in third period, and we won 6-3. However, there was another upset involving Sweden. I played for Sweden against my home country. I tried for 100%, and I was so mad after the game, because I was up 3-2 in first period, but in second period I was assessed with like 2 major penalties, and they scored like 6 goals. That was awful. I was so mad, and I almost had a furious comeback in third period. From like 4-8, I was able to get back within 1. But they kept their lead and they won 9-7. So despite that Slovaks made it to the semifinals, I was so furious and infuriated. Although this feelings was alleviated by the fact that I was eliminated by my home country. So it was kinda like that bonus. Though I wasn't happy, I wanted to see Sweden in the semifinals. And in game 4, I played for United States. We barely beat Czech Republic. It was such a good game. Poor Czechs deserved better. They could have played Finland instead of United States, and even then it probably wouldn't be enough. So they were the best team that had the worst luck, that bad luck, yes. And in the semifinals, the first game was between Canada and Russia. It was a very easy game for me, honestly. I thought that the Russian will cost me much more trouble, but I made it to the finals with Canadians without any hindrance, so kinda easy game. And I played for United States against Slovakia. There is your proof that I actually tried to my best. You see, I scored 7 goals, and we had North American finals, the dream of NHL fans to see on every Olympics, on every World Cup. I delivered on this World Championship. But before gold medal game, there was also third place game. I played for Russia. I beat Slovakia 3-2, so it was kinda unfortunate for my Slovak follies. The finals were all again pretty one-sided. Canada won 5-2. It was not even a dramatic. So I think that's the World Championship, and for the rest of the video I would like to talk what's gonna be on this YouTube channel. So apparently, as you can hear, I'm not a native speaker, but I will try to make one more series, because apart from this video I would like to upload here one more series, and that would be dedicated to the old gen actually, because I have a capture card, so I am able to record my PS4 and Xbox 360 screen, and I feel like I would like to know what is like to complete all 25 seasons of Live the Live regime, which was exclusively only in NHL 14 on Xbox, and then the EA got rid of that mode and switched back to Be a Pro, which is pretty boring because you play only games, you have no off-ice activities there. You, in the older version, in the Live That Life, you sign endorsements, you make that interviews, you can be on a billboard, you can be a cover for the NHL game. In NHL game you can be the face of some news. So I was like, what it looks like when you complete the whole game. So that's my idea. I would like to finish it because I never accomplished to get through all 25 seasons, but mostly it would be like simulation. So I will probably see most of the games. And there is one more issue, and that is NHL sometimes glitch that the game will not seem in the playoffs, and then the whole regime is stuck and you can't continue. So if we can bypass this in season 1, I think we are good to go. And because there is so many games in the 25 years, I think we will just play third periods of games, and we will see 8 games, and every ninth we will play that third period or something like that, or part of third period. And I would like to do one video per season, but I think that would take so much time that I'd rather probably split it up to like 2 or 3 videos. I don't know how often I would be uploading this stuff, but it's my goal to finish it within the next 10 months, let's say. I have no idea, and I have no idea whether the game will not be bugged, so we would kinda have the ability to continue. But that's probably it for the first video in almost 3 years. Hopefully you now can go to sleep, because you know who won the championship. I mean, it was pretty obvious. Canada has the best ranked team in the whole game. And see ya in another video. Hopefully you liked it. I want to thank you
I want to thank to all six subscribers. Спасибо, потому что я думаю, что вы все из Украины. Yes, that was my lame Russian. I know that I don't speak Ukrainian, so sorry guys if offended. But that was it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time, hopefully in NHL 15. So bye.